another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing this wig that I have on my head from this company, Celie Hair. I'm going to show you what the box came like inside. It's got this purple bag. Purple is obviously their theme, as you can tell. It's got this purple bag. It had the information leaflet inside with their Instagram and their Facebook. Oh, I've already taken it out of the bag. It's got this nice sleeping cap inside for when I go to sleep, because I'm going to be sleeping with this wig on. Helpful. It's got some lashes. It's got these lashes inside, some mink lashes. Once again, purple packaging. And it's got some wig caps, and I used a similar wig cap for my hair as well. So that is what the bag that comes with it is, and that is the box that the hair comes in. And this is the hair. So stay tuned if you want to see how I achieved this look and how I melted this lace in place. Melted this lace in place. In P-L-A-C-E place. Because I'm moving at the right pace. And you gotta get out my space. It's a satin band just to tie it down for when you're gluing it. Just to melt it in place, and then you get the information leaflet as well. Here's their Instagram and their Facebook. It just says it's top quality hair with best customer service, and if you follow them you can get discounts, free hair and gifts. I've already bleached it, but when it came as a middle part. I think this is medium brown lace and it's not plucked, so this is what the wig came like. It didn't look like this initially, it was straight, but what I've done is I've washed it. It's a little bit damp at the ends as well. I had to bleach the knots twice, so I don't think that's a good sign. This is how they came out. I'm not happy with them because I wish they would have been lighter, because normally when I bleach it, it goes a bit yellow and then I have to tint it, but this one would just not go yellow. So the knots were very tough to bleach, and they're quite hard. Like the lace is quite hard as well. So I'm gonna pluck it and see what I can do with it and how I can make it melt in place. But judging by how the lace feels, I don't think it's gonna melt as well as like Swiss lace. So that's the first impression, but it might surprise me. I'll put it on so you can see what it looks like on my head. It does look a bit crazy because I did wash it. Obviously it needs a bit of styling, but it didn't come looking like this, so just keep that in mind. When you order it will come nice and straight, and it was also in the middle part when it came. I'm just gonna get a bright towel, put it on my knee, and then I'm just gonna pluck it with my tweezers. So this is what it looks like now that I have plucked the hairline. What I'm going to do is cut these clips on the inside because I do not want bald patches because they always dig into my head. If I put it on and it fits like in a snug way, I'm probably not going to add the elastic band. It's actually quite snug. I don't think there's a need for the band, so I'm not going to add it. I'm starting off by spraying the yellow Got to Be on my hairline just to get all my baby hairs out of the way. Ooh, that is cold. I'm gonna use my little comb, blow dry on. What I do is put the cap on, and I'm gonna put it over my ears. So my hairline is clean. I don't have any residue oils and moisturizer and stuff, because that can hinder it from sticking down properly. So I'm just cutting a hole around my ears like so. And they're just gonna stick out of the cap. on this side as well. Make sure you don't stab yourself in the ear, because I've done that so many times when I do this method. And the funny thing about when I do this method is I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep it on for 3 weeks. I end up keeping it on for a day, and the next day I'm like scrubbing it off because I just can't do it. So because I don't want it to be super stuck down, I'm not gonna use the Ghost Bond glue to stick the cap down. I'm gonna use the yellow Got to Be Glued spray. Before I do that, I'm gonna get my powder and match this to my skin tone, because I found that when I do this step after I've put the glue on, it just goes all weird. It's like a weird texture. So always make sure you put the powder on before. Like the spray and this little comb, and I'm just gonna spray it and make sure that it doesn't drip down by placing this in front of where I want it to stay. And this just makes it easier, especially if you're a beginner as well. If this goes down on your face, the cap is gonna stick there. So make sure you're not spraying too much. Make sure it's not dripping somewhere where you don't want it to go. Feel it to make sure it's not tacky. That means it's dry. Cut the bold cap, the excess bold cap away. The bits that I haven't stuck down. And try and cut it as neatly as possible. Make sure you don't cut your baby hairs. It's very easy to do. Make sure you've got your hand on the excess cap so that you can pull it, and that will help you cutting it, because it means you're not going to leave any pieces of excess because you're pulling it like this. But if you just cut it while it's like that, it's not going to come out right. So it's looking a little bit bent, I think. I'm just going to peel this back and snip it off. So this is how crazy you should look at this stage. Got the wig on, and this was what it looked like when it was on. And all I've done is just put the lace back like this. I'm not used to sticking the wig down while the excess lace is still on, because it means I have to cut the lace after I've stuck it down, and I always end up sticking down more than I should. Whereas when I've already cut the lace, I can just place it slightly in front of the glue. But I'm gonna try and do it with the lace still on today. I'm gonna try and stick it down before cutting the excess lace, because I know that the excess lace helps, because you can just pull this after you've put the glue down. You can pull this and kind of like blow dry it, but it's cutting it that I always make a mistake on. So I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know if we don't try. So I'm gonna try today, and I'm really nervous because if this goes wrong, then I've basically wasted my whole day. I'm gonna use Ghost Bond. I got this from Amazon. Nervous, I'm nervous. I've measured where the wig is sitting, so it should not be overlapping. I'm just placing the glue slightly in front of the cap. Is this even enough glue, Bina? I don't think so. Making sure you're using enough glue in terms of width as well as amount. So you don't want to do a proper thin band of glue. You want to do a thick band of glue so the wig is actually adhering to something. And I'm being very careful to not go too forward with it, because I'd much rather add glue just because I haven't added enough than start to clean glue off because I've added too much. So it's always better to add more than have to take it off, because taking it off is just, it's just a messy process. I'm now going in with the second layer of glue. I forgot to add MAC powder to the base of this lace, and I've just done that. So now I'm gonna put the wig on top of the glue and make sure it is on top of the glue and there's no glue or cap, bold cap sticking out, because that would just be a disaster. I am very nervous right now, but this excess lace is really helping me. So much easier to do when you're just pulling on this. It feels like it's stuck, but we're gonna have to see what it looks like once it's cut. This is stress. Oh, why can't someone do my hair? What I'm gonna do is part out the baby hairs now. The little band that came with the wig. So I'm gonna use that to just tie this down. Hook you up with one of these. They make straightening so easy. And I'm using my Babyliss Prima 3000 straightener. One thing I like about this wig is it's black, and I really like it. I normally shy away from black hair because I feel like it washes me out, but I think I might start dyeing all my dark brown wigs black because I really like the way it looks against my skin. I'm just straightening out the kinks that are in this wig. There's always a little kink where the hair meets the frontal. The track meets the frontal at the back. So I'm just going to straighten that down, flatten it down. It's time to cut the lace, the scariest part. I'm gonna section it in 3, maybe 4. I'm gonna section it basically. Don't count how many sections I'm doing because I don't know. I'm gonna cut each section. You can tell I'm nervous because I don't know where to start. Don't ruin it, Bina. Don't ruin it. I can live with that. Just needs a little bit of lace tint. I'm gonna use my scissors for this bit because I don't like it. It's annoying me. You know what? Scissors are just so much easier. I'm using the Echo Styler Professional Styling Gel. The reason I like this one is because it's shiny and it's got little speckles of glitter in it. I'm just going to swoop. And they have to be swooping. What's making this easier is that when I was melting the wig in place, I pulled the baby hairs out and I cut them in place as well. So now that I'm like trying to find where they are, they've already been flattened in the direction I want them to go. What I like about Echo Styler is it further melts the wig in place as well. I'm gonna get a bit of the yellow spray. I'm gonna spray that down where I've done the baby hairs just a bit. Was that a bit? That was a bit to me. And I'm gonna do my makeup. I really like this wig. It's really nice. So I've just filmed the whole conclusion, the whole end to this video, and I just realized that all the videos were filming in slow-mo. Like I've done the whole thing and I've just checked the videos and it was in slow-mo. So anyway, we're gonna do it again. This is the final look. I've done my makeup and I had to take the satin band off while I was doing my forehead, so you're not gonna get the big slow-mo taking off the band reveal, but this is how well it melted into my scalp. I was so scared at first because one, I had to fit this wig without cutting the lace, and I did the glue before cutting the lace, and also I was quite scared because the lace felt really hard. It wasn't pre-plucked. I don't mind plucking it myself, but I just think it's easier to fit it when it's plucked. So those are the three things that scared me. The main one was how hard the lace was. I really didn't think it would melt as well as it has melted, considering how hard it felt. I'm really happy with this wig. The only thing that I'm not happy with is the flyaways. There's so many flyaways on it. I had to use this. It's the Jamaican Mango and Lime Shea Butter Lotion because I don't want to use the yellow spray because it will leave white stuff. The Flyaway Tamer and the wax sticks, I don't really like them because they leave it shiny, and after some time, like after an hour or so, the hair is really oily, and I find that when I use those, I'm having to wash my wigs more often, so I don't really like using them. So I just stick to a little bit of this and I just work it through my hands, just a tiny amount, and I just put it through the hair. It's worked well. There is still some flyaways on it that are quite annoying, but I can live with that. I can live with that. Other than that, this wig is amazing. I really like how dark it is. It just makes it look smoother and silkier, and I just really like the color of it. I think it's made me want to dye all of my dark brown wigs black because it just, I like the way it looks against my skin. It's true to length as well. I got sent a 12-inch bob and it's definitely 12 inches. No longer, no shorter, so I'm happy with that as well. The hair is very smooth. It's very silky, and I really like the fact that it's a 13x4. 13x6 would be better, but I'm happy with 13x4 because it gives me enough parting space. I am quite lazy when it comes to gluing wigs down, and give me a 5x5 any day over a lace frontal. But with this, I didn't have much difficulty gluing it down. I did the bold cap method as you saw in the clips before, and you know what, it's melted really well. So I'm not going to complain about frontals anymore. I'm actually starting to love them again. But to be honest, I fought in and out of love with frontals. Sometimes I'm just like, I can't be bothered, and sometimes I'm like, yay, give me a frontal, I want to do a half up, half down or whatever. So I'm really happy that they sent me a frontal instead of a 5x5. It's restored my confidence in doing frontals on myself again, so I'm definitely happy with this wig. It's gonna have to do. I just wanted to show you what the lace looks like in daylight. So this is actually outside, and I'm not sat in front of like really bright lights that will filter out all the mistakes. And this is what the lace looks like. I did try and melt it as well as I could, but as I said before, the lace is hard, so you can see the difference. Also, you can really see the little holes on this lace. I have tinted it as well with a tint that matches my skin color. I think so, yeah.
Should we go?
Yeah. I'm just with my friend at the minute. We're just doing the shoot. Say hi. Hi. I did her makeup. Look at me if you want. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just showing you what the lace looks like without all the ring lights and all the bright lights. So yeah, but I don't care. If you're looking at it and you can see it, you're too close. So I mean, in the sun you can't see it too much. The lace looks like in the sun. It's not as prominent as in the car, so it's one of them laces that changes its mind depending on where you're at. But it is hard lace and it doesn't blend as well, so be mindful of that. Maybe get a 5x5 from this company rather than a 13x4. That's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything that I've missed, I'll put it in the description box below, and if you found that I've missed anything further to that, please comment below and I'm free to answer any questions that you've got about this wig and this company. If you enjoyed this video, which I really hope you did, please give it a big thumbs up below. It would mean a lot for my small YouTube channel so that more people can see it. If hair content and makeup content, hair and beauty tutorials is something that you're interested in, also subscribe to my channel so that you can see more of my content. Bye.